Recognize this song, then you're probably a 21 Pilots fan. That is Ride. They're one of many artists that are headed to Indy as part of Final Four weekend. You can watch them at the AT&T Block Party at the American Legion Mall on Friday, which they have been setting up for this all week. So if you've been riding down, at least especially in Meridian, down street in downtown, you've been noticing all of the closures and all the other things have been blocked off. So because it's going to be a huge block party. So we have a lot to get you ready for here this morning. Thank you for joining us. It is Wednesday. It's kind of a wet Wednesday to start, depending on where you are.
Yeah, definitely, depending on where you are. It was that annoying, just a little bit wet, a little bit dry all morning on my way in. It looks like it's all primarily, a lot of it to the north at least, where it's also much cooler, right?
40s this morning.
Ooh.
So I'll give you some campus updates. So West Lafayette, Purdue, 40s. Ooh. Muncie, Ball State, 50s, and you get to IU almost near 70 degrees.
Oh, well, so, IU's the only that should have to go to school.
Exactly. Call it off for everyone else.
Call it off.
So don't even do it. Just stay in the dorm room. But it is going to be a wet day today. But for folks who are dry now, you'll get wet later. Okay. And if you're getting wet now, you'll be dry a little bit later. So we'll kind of spread out some of these rain chances. But generally, yes, Julia's spot on. The rain is north of Indianapolis. For the most part, there have been a few misty showers around Indy, kind of really fine on the radar. We've had a couple little pop-ups around Connorsville and Rushville, but most of the rain is Muncie north, Tipton, Kokomo north, and once you get into Clinton County, Frankfort, the hot dogs this morning and farther to the north. In Tippecanoe County, we've got some good rain. A little bit steadier there in Monticello and Delphi. Good morning. And Logansport to Peru. We have some of the showers over Grissom Air Force Reserve Base there in Miami County, Kokomo. We're getting some of the showers as well. Now, when you zoom out, there is more rain on the way. So, for example, Indianapolis, point south, not too much other than some patchy mist. But that'll change as these rounds of rain come in over the Mississippi. They're tracking right through I-70. They'll be coming towards us later this morning into the afternoon. So it's going to be a wet day, just on and off rain. It's not going to rain every single hour of the day. Right now here in Indy, we're in the mid-50s, but my goodness, it's much cooler to the north with 40s from Lafayette to Frankfort. Tipton's at 47. Good morning in Muncie, we're at 54. And those are the 60s farther to the south. 68 in Bloomington. My goodness, that's a big difference from north to south. So, Lindsay, as you're driving around, you may start in one place and end up in another where the weather's completely different.
I can't believe it. And these strong fronts this time of year, I mean, it's just kind of wild to actually see it playing out rain-wise as well as temperature-wise. Hey, we've got a situation here on the south side I want to keep you updated on. This is a crash on the RAM system from I-65 southbound onto County Line Road. This is going to be just to the north of that Main Street Greenwood exit. So starting to see some issues here. Traffic is slowing up a little bit, but at least we've got mainly dry pavement around the metro. Wanted to show you the scene of that crash for a heads up to drivers there on the south side. And again, we've been monitoring our road conditions where that rain is steadily falling. Again, this is our camera at 231 and I-65. This is up just to the northwest of the Tippecanoe County area, Lafayette, just northwest of there. Very heavy rainfall and some tricky travel conditions. So we'll keep you posted on that heavy rain that's moving into our northernmost counties this morning, guys.
Thank you, Lindsay. We're tracking a developing story in Columbus this morning. As the sun comes up, crews will start searching again for a missing 11-year-old girl in the White River.
Search efforts have now just transitioned, unfortunately, we understand, to recovery. But the scene last night, it was very dark when they finally stopped the search at Mill Race Park. The Columbus Fire Department was called around 6:40. Investigators say the girl went underwater and never resurfaced. Crews searched for the girl for several hours before suspending the efforts through the night and again will resume this morning.
Indiana State Police, they're investigating a deadly shooting involving Muncie police this morning.
Officers were called to a home on Ivywood Drive around 5 last night for a welfare check. They say a man pointed a gun at officers when they arrived and then barricaded himself inside the home. We're told about 3 hours after trying to de-escalate the situation, they deployed a chemical agent into the home. According to police, that's when shots were fired. It's not clear who fired first, but we know the man was hit and taken to the hospital where he later died. No word yet this morning on his identity.
Well, happening this afternoon, a last-ditch effort to block a data center in the Martindale-Brightwood neighborhood.
The proposed site near 25th and Sherman has neighbors split, with the crucial vote now just hours away. Marina Silva is in studio with one of the final pushes here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Martindale Brightwood is a historic neighborhood, one with deep roots in its community. But for months now, neighbors have been fighting to stop Metroblox from building a data center on land near 25th and Sherman. Now, this afternoon, city leaders will vote on an approval measure, but it doesn't come without community members pushing back. Samson Levingston is one of those people. You might know him from his walking tours throughout the city. Now, during his tour yesterday, it came with a plea: save the plot of land from turning into a data center.
Brightwood was its own city from the 1870s to 1897. It was this affluent, thriving district. This is a neighborhood that we're in. We're not in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of Indianapolis, Indiana. Big city.
Now, back in February, the CEO of Metroblox spoke exclusively with 13 News, saying they want to be in Indy and the company would bring benefits to the city. That meeting will be today at 1 o'clock at the City County Council meeting. Now, not everyone is against it. Some city leaders do believe that this would be good for the area and things that it would bring. So coming up at 6:30, I'll introduce you to a City County councilor who will want it coming.
Yeah, and there have been both sides very passionate,
Yes.
which is why this has been such a long back and forth.
Yes, and we've seen it in multiple different communities of people really coming out and making their voices heard. And
Yeah, right. Thank you, Marina. Well, this morning we're working to learn whether the state of Indiana will consider suspending its gas tax, as it's expected to increase to a little more than 17 cents today.
So before the Iran conflict, gas prices were trending downwards, actually. Well, in a matter of just a few weeks, they've jumped more than 35 cents a gallon.
We've talked to the governor about this. Mike Braun previously said that he would suspend the tax to give drivers some relief if the price of gas goes up. Well, as it has done just that. We'll let you know if we do hear back.
Right now, the national average, though, if you do have to fill up this morning, 406. Ouch, that hurts. Indiana is actually below that at 396. That's an improvement a little bit ago from a week ago when the statewide average was 407 a gallon.
Hard to believe that's an improvement.
I know.
Right?
Trying to
take what
believe
you
it.
can get. We have less than a week to register to vote for Indiana's primary. So we want to remind you, you can sign up or update your registration if you need to through 11:59 p.m. Monday, April 6th. Early voting starts Tuesday, April 7th, and then you have up until May 4th. Election day is the 5th. As of March 30th, about 4.7 million Indiana voters are registered to head to the polls.
Well, we know soon fans will start flooding the Circle City for the Final Four.
If they're flying in, they'll be welcomed in style at the Indy Airport. That's where Anna Chalker is live this morning, showing us how travelers are being welcomed there. Nothing but net. I'm trying to figure out what we're looking at you through. Good morning, Anna.
Nothing but net, because I'm a basketball star, you know, but that's just one of the many basketball hoops you're going to be walking around here at the airport as we're welcoming in these fans. And I'll tell you, for the Final Four game, we're kind of split because you've got UConn and Arizona. Those are going to be your teams that are definitely going to be flying. Illinois, Michigan, easy drive for both these teams. But when you're coming in fans, first, welcome to Indy. I want to welcome you to Indy's home court. Now, I'll tell you, this video board here behind us, it's been showing so many historic moments from our Indiana teams that have either been in the Final Four or other tournaments, really showing you why Indiana holds the title basketball capital of the world. So once you get here, take your time, explore through the airport. There's going to be merch up later on throughout the week. The trophies are going to be here. But once you get to your hotel and you're going to be settled, take a look at your screen here, because I want you to tune into WTHR tonight for two really big reasons. The big one is going to be our Indy's Got Game special. Our Dominic Miranda, Eli Gain, and Samantha Johnson, they're going to be talking all things Final Four, from the games, activations, and excitement descending on our city. Right before that, that's going to be the Pacers game tonight. So you've got two big basketball events you can watch right here again on Channel 13. Now, I'm going to tell you, here at the airport, we're going to see a lot of fans today and tomorrow for the NIT D2 and D3 championships. Now, I'm going to tell you, as a Ball State Cardinal, I'm very excited we get our own little basketball hoop for our 2002 run. I'll take it. We will take it, but that's okay, because we have so many fans and big teams coming in here today. So coming up, we'll show you where those teams are going to be coming from and what type of teams you're going to be seeing through those other tournaments, along with the D1 teams.
And chirp, chirp, even if it is celebrating
Exactly.
back in 02. All right. Thank you, Anna. All right.
Well, to welcome all of those fans, of course, maybe a little rain depending on when those flights get in, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. It's rare to see a hoop right at eye level.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's what the other half looks like. Hey, let's talk about your forecast today. We've got some scattered showers out there this morning, hit or miss. Definitely the farther north you go, a little bit more rain. But generally, rain will push to the south as well. If you're not getting wet now, you'll likely get wet later today. Coming up, I'm going to show you Future Track 13. We're going to plan out the showers for your entirety of your Wednesday.
And Tiger Woods says he is planning to seek treatment after a court hearing related to his recent crash. His statement about taking some time away.
And new strikes in Iran this morning as President Trump plans to address the nation later today. The latest on the conflict coming up.
Good morning. April is here and we have April showers. They'll be on and off throughout the day today. If you're not getting wet now, you'll eventually get some rain showers later today. Temperatures ranging from 40s to upper 60s, just depending where you are.